it is officially do or die time for the 12 teams playing this weekend in the wild card round of the playoffs. Who will do? Who will die? Let's go ahead and talk about my wild card round predictions to find out. So we're going to start things off with Saturday and with an absolutely heavy hitter. The Cleveland Browns going to Houston to take on the Texans, the 5-4 matchup in the AFC. This game, in my opinion, this is the AFC Championship right here. This is two very high-powered teams. Defenses are decent on both fronts. Cleveland definitely has the edge on defense. But offensively, this could be a shootout. C.J. Stroud versus Joe Flacco, two high-powered offenses. I'm looking forward to this. Unfortunately, we will not be streaming as we're going to be going. Me and my family are going out. But either way, it's going to be a fun one. I am going to ultimately take the Browns in this one, though. I feel like the defense will be able to shut down C.J. Stroud just a little bit more. But it should be a close back-and-forth game. It should be basically a trench battle and potentially a shootout. Moving on to Saturday night's Peacock exclusive game, we have the 6-seed Dolphins taking on the 3-seed Chiefs. This game going to be an interesting one in Kansas City with freezing cold temperatures. This will be interesting. Now, ultimately, I do think the Chiefs have the edge just because it is a cold weather game, not to mention a couple of losses in Miami's defense, and the fact that Mahomes in the postseason usually is pretty good. I feel like the Chiefs do have the edge in this one and will be able to edge out the Dolphins. Moving on now to the first game on Sunday's slate of games, we have the 7-seed Steelers taking on the 2-seed Bills. And man, Buffalo is or at least a 10-point favorite in this one. I think Pittsburgh's going to cover the spread, no doubt in my mind. They're playing some good football at the right time. But I do feel like Buffalo ultimately gets the win in this one. I feel like Buffalo is just the better team. And I feel like they squeak it out maybe by a solid 7, 8 points, something in that range. Moving on now to the 4:30 game, the 7-2 seed matchup in the NFC, Packers at Cowboys. And let's be real, Packers, you made it, but you barely made it. Dallas is a fighting machine, and they should easily get this win at home against the Packers. Moving on now to the most anticipated battle in the NFC, the 6-3 matchup, Los Angeles Rams at the Detroit Lions. Stafford's return to Detroit. Was the QB swap beneficial for both parties? Who won that trade? That will all be determined this week on Sunday Night Football. This is going to be a fun one. Ultimately, I do think that the Rams will edge out the Lions. I feel like the Rams are just more consistent than Detroit. Detroit has the issues of the run game. They have the issues of just not really being consistent where they need to be. So overall, I feel like the Rams will just be able to edge out the Lions in a decently good game, but it should be a solid Rams victory. Last but not least, we have a game. I don't know why they put this on Monday Night Football. Eagles at Bucks, 5-4 in the NFC. And this is going to be an interesting game. It will be a close game, but I feel like the Buccaneers will get the edge at home. I feel like Baker plays well when he's the underdog, and not to mention the fact the Eagles are limping into the playoffs here. While Tampa Bay's defense should be able to do enough to hold Jalen Hurts, the question will come down to, can Baker Mayfield win this game off of his arm or not? If he can, Bucs win it easily. If he can't, the Eagles could very well turn the tables and win easily themselves. But it should be an exciting match nonetheless. Alright, well that's about going to do it for me today. If you guys did like, don't forget to smash like and subscribe, as it does help me out a whole lot. It tells me that I'm making content that y'all enjoy. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and check out my Power Rankings video down here. And with that, I will see you guys later. Peace out and have a good one.